Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, happy Halloween! This is the month of October in 2017 when we're releasing these episodes. This is our special show, The Lock Whisperer. We want you to get right into it. We're going to keep the preliminaries short and sweet. Facebook, like us. Tumblr, read us. Patreon, support us. SoundCloud, listen here too. And don't forget to subscribe. See, wasn't that quick and easy? Or if you're not listening to this during Halloween, happy St. Feagle's Day, or whatever holiday it is, I don't know. Just happy stuff to you. Alright, so let's just get on to it with The Factory. Wee Willie Winky runs through the town.
Keys, where are my keys? No. Oh, yes.
Upstairs and downstairs in a nightgown.
Oh.
Rattling the window, crying at the lock.
Children in their beds, for it's nearly 10 o'clock.
Club 40 Audio presents The Factory.
I don't need you. I can have any girl at school I want. What are you waiting for? Get out! And give me back my jacket.
Oh my, what do we have here? A new arrival? We weren't expecting any deliveries. Oh, but I see you must be lost. Weren't expecting to get dropped off by the side of the road. It happens more often than you think. You'll have to excuse me for standing back in the shadows, but I prefer not to be exposed to the moonlight. Please, come in. You'll have to excuse me, but we don't have any telephones here. We receive our communications by other means. Don't worry, we are not allowed to touch you. Unlike others who have come here before, there are certain people who have a purpose, things left to do, and I can see that you are one of them. A transport will arrive for you soon, but that's no reason not to have a look around. Come, explore with me our Hall of Curiosities. Here at the factory, we make various items. We've been around for what seems like forever, and there are so many interesting stories behind items that may seem mundane. This, for instance. A simple door set in a frame. The wood is old now and the paint peeling, but when we look closer, what do we find? Why, it's an old-fashioned lock and key, made here at the factory, oh so long ago. But it's not embedded into the door. It's far too old for that. The entire mechanism is exposed, and if you get close enough, you might still be able to hear the voice of the strange creature who once cried at this lock, and perhaps the voice of the even stranger man who answered him.
Dorothy, which town is next on the map?
A little town. It's Nayman's Wish Shire, but I can't read the first part because someone has dripped marmalade on the map and it's erased the fine print. Honestly, Professor, if you're going to eat your morning toast with so much marmalade, the least you can do is not use our map as a placemat.
Dorothy, if there's one thing I cannot abide, it's someone telling me how to eat my marmalade. If you persist, I shall find it necessary to part ways with you.
And you'd be lost inside of 4 minutes with a broken axle and the horses running all across the countryside. Face it, you need me, Professor, much as I need you. Possibly even more so.
The fact that it is true does not make it necessary to rub in one's face at every opportunity, my dear. Dorothy, here comes someone. Please inquire to them as to the direction of the center of town.
You could just ask him yourself, you know.
I could, but then I would ruin my mystique, which is important to maintain at all times. Remember that.
Mistake, yeah, sure. Excuse me, sir. Which way to the town square?
That town there? Oh, you don't want to be going there, Missy. That town is afflicted.
Afflicted? You mean the plague?
Nothing so harsh as that. That town be cursed.
Then it is indeed fortunate that I have come to town. Professor Marvel is my name. I am a purveyor of goods, medicines, and remedies from far and abroad, and I shall rid your town of its dilemma.
Weren't you maintaining your mistake?
Impudent girl.
What's this curse all about now, eh?
I don't know what brung it on. It's probably those pig farmers on the other side of town. I never liked them. What with all the reading they have their children do. Stay away from books, I says. Ain't nothing worth learning if it was ever written down in a book.
My good sir, I will have you know that...
You'd save the lecture for later, Professor. Go on, sir. Please tell us what's wrong with the town.
Every night, just at 10 o'clock, ain't a man found walking the streets meets his end. Gobbled up by the lock whisperer, they says.
The lock whisperer?
Oh, aye. He comes round at every house or dwelling place and he whispers the same thing. All the children in their beds, he says. All the children in their beds.
Sounds as if he were enforcing some sort of curfew.
That he is, sir, make no mistake. If he finds you, all that will be left in the morning is a rotten husk with all its life drained away. I seen one of its victims myself, and there weren't nothing left much more than a pile of ashes and a few crumbling bones. It's as if he were burnt to cinders right where he stood.
Seems more like some night watchman got drunk, fell into the flames, if you ask me.
He was a night watchman at that, but that's why he got taken. He was out in the streets when he oughtn't to been. Now the night watch is all there watching from the windows, yet they ain't nary seen hide nor hair of the lock whisperer.
I thank you, good sir. Please accept this bottle of my latest hair growth tonic as compensation for your time.
I'll be thanking you, sir, but I ain't been needing any more hair than I got. 'Twas nothing but a nuisance when I had it, and now that it's gone I don't be wanting it back. I don't need to deal with any more lice than I've already got.
Yuck!
Ah, well, then, perhaps, yes, some lanolin would be the best thing for you instead. Take a good bath in the creek, and then apply this generously. And be sure to tighten your belt so as not to lose your trousers.
Now you sound like my dead wife. You don't bathe enough, Henry. Small wonder you're always covered with lice all the time. Glad she's dead, I am.
On Romulus, on Remus, let us find the center of town and offer our services to those in such desperate need.
You don't think there's anything to what that man was saying, do you?
There's almost certainly something to it. Otherwise it wouldn't have been said. Our lice-ridden friend does not seem like the kind clever or impish enough to have concocted such a story on his own. Especially not for our sole benefit. There's most definitely something afoot.
How do we manage to stumble onto these things everywhere we go, Professor?
The universe has a way of calling those who are best suited to go where they are most needed, Dorothy. And I, and to some extent you, are best suited to deal with the most. Therefore, we are called upon the most.
Well, I wish the universe would call on someone else for once.
Yes, yes, my friends. And it's no lie, as you may have heard from other such traveling salesmen. My diplomas are 100% real. I welcome you to come and examine them for yourself at any time, as they are prominently displayed on my cart. A bottle of my hair tonic is guaranteed to grow back your hair, possibly to a point you never expected. In some cases, people who have used it have had to cut their hair twice a week just to keep it manageable. My cold and fever relief medicine will ease your symptoms within hours of taking it. It's my coughing, sneezing, runny nose, aching, burning, itching, so you can sleep through the night and have a good morning medicine. And today only, as a special offer to you good people of this fine town, all the way from Paris, France, I give you Professor Marvel's very own special blend of herbs and spices. In revitalizing, stamina renewing, I'm ready to go 3 rounds with a grizzly bear and an iron cage inducing power tea. Yes. Just 1 cup of this marvelous tea in the morning and you'll be ready to take on whatever the day can throw at you. Yes, and of course I have all manner of homemade remedies and powders ready to be mixed and made to your specifications as needed. So, who will be the first to step up and buy one of my fabulous formulas, starting at only 50p a bottle? Ah, yes, excellent, very good. Thank you, yes. You're welcome, sir, you are very welcome. The tea, yes, of course, may you always drink it in good health, madam, thank you. Dorothy, would you please bring out another box of the hair tonic? I'm running a bit short up here.
Immediately, Professor.
And what are you going to do about the Lock Whisperer?
I beg your pardon, sir?
I said, what are you going to do about the Lock Whisperer? For nearly a month now, these streets have not been safe to walk at night. 4 men have died already, and he's as much as said he's after our children. And the side of your wagon says you offer special aid in exterminations. So how about it? You going to help us or not?
Well, Professor?
My good sir, it is comforting to know that in this village there is not only a man of keen observation, but that he is also capable of reading. I have indeed heard of your town's so-called Lock Whisperer, and I will be very glad to assist your town. If one of you would kindly direct your mare to me after I am finished with my sale of goods, I would be very glad to speak over the details with him, and together we will make this town safe again. And now, Dorothy, about that tonic.
On it, Professor. I hope you haven't promised more than you can deliver as usual.
Your vote of confidence is overwhelming. Now, who wants to buy some cold remedy?
Well, Professor, that would seem to be the last of them for today. And just in time. We're nearly out of everything. Except your power tea. Just smelling that makes me ill.
Well, I never said it tasted like honey. Honey, you know that might be just the thing to improve it.
No, it won't. I've tried. The sun is going down, Professor. I'd say we've got less than an hour.
Indeed you have.
Ah, the young gentleman who called me out in the midst of my performance. What may I do for you? Where is your mayor?
That would be me, I have to tell you, mister.
Professor, please, what may I do for you and your fine town?
Well, sir, we don't rightly know what it is, but the folks around here have taken it to calling it the Lock Whisperer.
Ah, yes, quite. A man on the road told me all about it. How this creature is asking about your juveniles and whether they are in a state of repose.
How's that?
He asks if the children are in their beds.
Oh, yes.
The same gentleman also informed me that you had a few people taken up by this monstrosity.
Oh, they weren't taken up. They were killed. Killed dead, if you'll believe me.
Indeed. Might it be possible to see the remains of these poor souls?
No, sir. They're all turned a little more than bones and ashes. And not knowing what to make of it, we buried the remains as quickly as possible. No boxes, even. The last one was 3 nights ago.
That is a shame. A brief look at those ashes might have been invaluable to finding a solution, or at least a resolution, as to what we're up against.
Couldn't you just dig them up again and examine the remains?
No good. If they return to dust, they might be too contaminated by the soil of the graves.
Dig 'em up? And have ghosts stalking our streets? With whatever the Lock Whisperer is, too? We wouldn't have a town left.
Don't be silly, my good man. There are no such things as ghosts. Remembrances recorded in the rock of a place, perhaps, but not spirits walking the earth in a shroud.
You might change your mind about that when you see the Lock Whisperer. Or rather, when you don't. No one has seen him, but we've all heard it. Moving through the streets at night, heard his weight as he's crawling up the stairs to give his warning.
And when exactly was the last time you heard of a ghost having weight?
That's not new. Ghosts are always walking up and down creaky stairs in old houses, picking up chains and rattling them.
Quite. Thank you for your keen observations, Dorothy.
Happy to help, Prof.
The sun's setting. We best be indoors. Come on. You can tie up your horses at my house.
Well, there's the hour.
Yes. And the doors are all sealed, as well as the shutters.
Yes. Small wonder no one's seen the creature if you're locking all the doors and windows.
Well, there are some that believe if you see the creature, the mere sight will kill you, which is why no one living has claimed to see it.
Have any of the night watchmen been turned to dust in their upper bedrooms?
Now that you mention it, no.
You see?
But none of them has claimed to see it either, except one.
Ah, now we come to it.
Well, he didn't see it exactly. He said he saw a white sheet that might have had someone under it a moment before, but then it fell to the ground. Most folks think it was just someone's laundry that got caught in a good stiff breeze.
Ah, the proverbial ghost under the sheet, eh? Oh, whistle, and I will come to you, my lad.
What?
Don't pay any mind to the Professor. He's always saying things that make sense to him alone.
I was merely referencing a story by
What was that?
Seems it was nothing. When he comes to your door, you know it.
Yes, I thought the phenomenon was supposed to exhibit itself precisely at 10 o'clock. And yet here we are, still waiting.
Well, it couldn't exactly be at every door at precisely 10 now, could it? There would have to be at least 50 of them to visit every house in the village proper at the exact same time. You can't be in 2 places at the exact same time now, can you?
You would be surprised. I should be used to such two-dimensional thinking by now, yet it never ceases to amaze me.
Papa, I had a bad dream, Papa. I dreamt the boy was in my room again. I could see the moonlight shining through his long fingernails. He had a wound in his side, Papa. His heart. He wanted his heart.
Now, Monty, I told you there was no one in your room. Excuse me, Professor.
Ahem.
And lady, I have to put young Monty back to his bed. Now, Monty, I want you to remember to say your prayers. If you say them and believe them, nothing can harm you.
Professor, you know you really must be careful. One slip like that and you could set a chain reaction that gives our position away.
Oh, nonsense. The odds of a small slip like that having repercussions outside of this room 5 minutes from now are unlikely, let alone...
Prof?
Yes, I heard it too.
The children, the children in their beds, for it's nearly 10 o'clock.
We'll see about this.
Professor, no, don't!
Have at you, my fine fellow! What's that? You want me to read into the microphone? Oh, yes, of course I know what a microphone is. Hello, all you folks out there in Radio Land. Oh, it's not radio anymore. Oh, the internet, I see. I didn't realize you were so far along by this point. Very well, of course. Of course I know. In part 1 of The Lock Whisperer, the part of Dorothy was played by Kendra Akers. The part of Henry, the lice-ridden man, was played by Josh Momini. The part of the mayor was played by Jack Ward. The part of Monty was played by Judith Critchfield, with Wesley Critchfield as Professor Marvel. Oh, he played me? Oh, how splendid. Sounds like a marvelous fellow. And featuring Sean Dugan as the Toy Maker. The Lock Whisperer is an original story, written, produced, edited, and directed for the factory by Wesley Critchfield. Oh, there he is again. All music used in this program is taken from YouTube's audio resource and does not require accreditation. It's almost as if you have no budget. Please remember, of course, to subscribe here and ring our bell to be made aware of every time we post a new episode. Visit us and be sure to give us a like on the Facebook. Oh, you have Facebook now. Wonderful. That way you can keep up with everything that is happening at Club 40 Audio. Look for us on SoundCloud as well. And because we know you've enjoyed this production so very much, please do us the favor of supporting us by purchasing this and every episode of The Factory by visiting club40audio.bandcamp.com. That's club40audio.bandcamp.com. There, you can purchase each episode for $1 or pay what you like per show. Oh, it's a splendid deal. Marvelous. And while you're at it, may I offer you one of my own fabulous formulas for only... Oh, I shouldn't advertise that here. Fine. Let's see here, what else was there? Oh yes, The Factory is a production of Club 40 Audio, and all rights are reserved.